Well, good morning again. This is Pastor Ray coming to you with another 2-minute truth. And in Mark chapter 2, there's a story about Jesus, which is fairly common. And we learn that Jesus is teaching in a house, and the house is very crowded, and he's healing people and he's preaching. And there are 4 men who have a friend who's paralyzed, and they know that if they can get him to Jesus, Jesus will heal him. So they bring him to Jesus, and they bring him on the bed. But when they get there, they can't get him in the door because there's such a crowd. So they actually take him up on the roof, and they tear the roof up, and they lower the man down on his bed. What a dramatic scene, right? And Jesus looks at the man, and he looks at the faith of the men who lower him down, and he says, "Son, your sins be forgiven," which is a very odd thing to say because obviously the man's paralyzed, right? So that's why he's come. And the Pharisees sitting by and the scribes, they say, "You're blaspheming. It's an absolute blasphemy to say that you can forgive this man's sins, because who can forgive sins except God alone?" And Jesus says, well, so that you might know that I can and have the authority to forgive sins, he says, son, take up your bed and walk. And he heals the man, he's able to walk. So the implication being, if I can do one, I can do the other. And the Pharisees are closer to the truth than they know, because who can forgive sins except God? Folks, nobody can. Absolutely nobody can. And when we're looking at Jesus here, he's operating as God because he is the Son of God. He is God the Son. God's Son is God incarnate. Jesus reveals to us who he is. He is many things. He's known by many things, but we have to understand this, that when we say Jesus is the Son of God, we're not saying that he's some inferior to God. We're not saying that he's some agent of God. We're saying that he is God himself in human form. He forgives sins.